I want to get into everything 403 Street Driven and to your story.
Right.
But first, I want to tell a story.
Okay.
And this story is actually, I don't tell this story a lot, but I figured I'd share it. And it's a story that's very close to me. So, take us back to 2017. To add some context, I'm working full-time at Lowe's. I'm doing my thing in the streets. I'm a year out of high school, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life.
Right.
But I think I am.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I feel you.
And 420 had just passed. I got in this massive car accident. I'd say a pretty big car accident that almost killed me. Like almost, like I risked my life. And I was just like, I really need to make a change in my life.
Right.
In this car right here, this car that we're sitting in right here.
You crashed in this car?
Yes.
It's untouched.
It looks pretty good now, but if you saw this thing a couple years ago, this thing was fucked.
That's impressive.
So, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? I know I need to make a change. And Dustin hits me up. Me and Dustin had known each other since middle school.
Right.
Since I moved here.
Right. Dustin's my younger brother, if anyone's wondering.
Also your partner in?
403 Street Driven, yeah. We do everything together.
Yes. And me and Dustin had known each other for a minute. And he had taught me a lot. He had showed me a lot. And we were also, you know, we were in similar environments. We had similar friends. We were, you know, involved in similar things. We were in similar environments. Let's just put it like that. And he tells me that he's going to this event over at Claire's home.
Rocky Mountain Drift Club.
Rocky Mountain Drift Club. And this same week, I had told everybody that I was involved with at that time, doing my bullshit, that I was taking a week off.
Okay.
I was like, I'm taking a week off. I need to find myself, right? Same week, Dustin's like, yo, we got this event that's happening. So, at this point, I kind of knew what 403 Street Driven was at the time, but I didn't really know what 403 Street Driven was. I just knew that my homie who I'd seen through middle school, through high school, was doing something positive. He told me, oh, this is, you know, something that I'm doing with my brother. We had an idea, but we didn't really know.
Right.
So we supported it because we were just like, yo, like, this is the homie. We gotta support. He's doing something that's legal, something that's dope, you know, like a way out.
Right.
So we're like, yo, put that shit on our cars, put the sticker on the back of my car. We all were just repping that shit. We're like, yo, this is dope. But I didn't really know what 403 Street Driven was until I went out to that event.
Right.
So we go out to that event. It was about, I think it was like 2 hours out of Calgary.
That's like maybe an hour.
Maybe an hour,
yeah.
2 hours out of Calgary.
Just past High River.
Yes. And I'd never been to this town before. Never heard of Rocky Mountain Drift Club. I was just like, I need to do something with my life and something's calling me to this event. So I pull up. I see you there. I see Dustin there. Pull up. Everybody there. From the moment I entered that area, the lady was who was at the front was so nice. Everybody there was so nice. I see these cars that are like out of this universe. Some of them don't even have like front seats. Yeah. Like just some crazy shit that you've never seen before. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, this is dope. And obviously you guys start showing me around. You start doing your thing, whatever, right? You start doing your photography, videography, going out in the middle of the fucking arena, risking your life with these drifts. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I saw how much fun you guys were having and how much like purpose that gave you. And I was like, holy shit, I need something like this.
For sure.
I need to find a community that I can relate to, that I can find purpose within. And I was like, holy shit, like this is something that like I need in my life, you know what I mean? And I was just so inspired by what you guys were doing at the time. So, I wanted to know, because I know you also come from a similar background. What was your transition like from street life to 403 street driven life?
I was basically the same thing, where you kind of realize to a point in your life you can't keep doing the same shit. Like, I was drinking heavy, I was partying way too much, and then there was a day I decided, okay, no more, I'm not going to drink for a year, I'm not going to do drugs, I'm going to do nothing, go completely sober for a year straight and kind of see how that impacts my life. And I told myself, if I felt like not drinking impacted my life and I wasn't having fun or no more social life, that I'd go back and do the same thing I was doing. But after that year, it was pretty clear to me that drinking was not the thing to do. So I just started once I realized that I could go a year without drinking, I kind of told myself, like, you could basically do anything. And then it was trial and error of trying to kind of find things that I liked and enjoyed to do. And at first it was Muay Thai. I got really into martial arts. I was training like every day. And then over time, I was actually watching this YouTube channel Dustin recommended to me called the YYC Locals. They're basically a group of friends that have like really badass JDM Japanese cars here in Calgary. And I just got super into watching their videos, just watching them have fun, kind of do their thing, fuck around with cars. And then it inspired me to buy a car again. Back in the day, I had an R32 Nissan Skyline, and it kind of made me want to buy a car again. So I saved up money, and then I bought an R32 Skyline again.
The one that you originally bought?
I bought my old car back without even knowing I bought it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it was pretty wild.
That's insane.
I drove around for a week not even knowing it was my old car. Because like, they changed the paint on it slightly to a little bit darker of gray. But what gave it away is it had the same tires on it.
And the door, the dent or whatever, yeah?
Yeah, I was parked in a Chinese food parking lot, and some guy started backing his truck into my door and just fucked it, and it kind of was a little janky.
Oh.
And then the same thing, it's like, this door's fucked, the tires are the same, like, something suspicious here. So I called up my insurance, like, can you run the VIN number on this car and see if it matches up with my old car? And sure enough, it's the exact same car. So after I bought the car, I wanted to get more involved in the car community, and just kind of looking, I figured maybe I'd start an Instagram page and just take photos and kind of post on the page, have fun with it. No intent to grow it into anything, just kind of, I wanted to have a purpose in the car community. I wanted to be someone that everyone knew, in a way, in a sense, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like what you get into, like I want that respect kind of thing.
Exactly. And then immediately into taking photos, we realized we need to take videos, because I think we took a couple videos on our cell phones and they just did so much better than the photos we were taking. And then Dustin was coming to me with all these car shows and events, and he'd just kind of hang around, and he didn't really have anything to do. So I figured, maybe you can do the videos, I'll take the photos, and we can kind of work together and build this thing. Again, not really, no intent to build what we've built today, but just kind of have fun, enjoy cars, have a reason to go out to these shows instead of just kind of hang around, kick rocks. And then over the time, it's just snowball effect rolled, keeps going.
That's crazy. So I remember you talking in one of your videos, this started as like a hobby.
Yeah, 100%.
But how have you turned your hobby into a business?